Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Achieve Accountability and Success Mastermind call. So happy to see you all here. People still logging on, loving it. So happy to have you. Today, we are going to do our thing where we go around the room. And I'd love everyone to tell us, what is your number one goal you want to achieve this week in your business? And then after we did that, I'm actually going to take a little time and talk to you guys about how to simplify your goal setting process and how to actually approach it so that you have more success in reaching your actual goals. So with that said, welcome everybody. Chrisline is here. Hello. And who's that? JW? So good to see you. All right. Okay, so with that said, let's start with you, Mac. You're number one on my screen today.
My number one goal is following up from the conference that I did over the weekend. Wes and I were both in attendance, and it was interesting. It was challenging. I think they went through about 40 boxes of Kleenex because everybody had an emotional connection. But for me personally, I had two experiences. At the end of the seminar, a gal came up. She said she was the mother of a young girl who I refer to as a runner. And she has 8 scholarships she wants to contribute to this group, to my veterans group, which was very exciting, which is like $1,000 cost. I walked out to the car to drive home after 3 days, even though it was only down in Denver. I stayed down at the hotel, and a friend of mine called me and told me she works at Randy Couture's gym. If you know Randy Couture, he's a MMA champion. He's a movie star. He did The Expendables with Stallone. And she has a law enforcement and veterans group that is done through Couture's gym, and she wants to make that connection. So it's interesting how things just kind of come to your way, but I got to follow up with all of it.
Yeah, I love that you mentioned that, Mac, because again, you never know who you're going to meet at these things. Because really, this was a self-development conference, right? It's more of an immersion training type thing than a conference, actually. So
Touchy-feely, as I say.
What's that? Oh, the feely stuff. Yes.
Yeah.
So, and it's really, really, again, a testament to being involved, being visible, and how just being present just brought these opportunities, right? So thanks for sharing. Yeah, and good luck with the follow-up. You and I'll chat. I'll help here where I can. Fantastic. Thanks for sharing, Mac. Joanna, good morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Very good. How are you?
Doing well, thank you. My goal for this week is I'm putting together a presentation to record to have available for my website, and I have the format set. I just need to fill it in, and that is my goal for this week.
Fantastic, Joanna. And I know you've been with us for a while and you were on this call last week, but why don't you just tell everybody again what you do? Because I know.
Yeah. I work with kiddos who have sensory behavior or anxiety challenges with an exercise-based program to help inhibit primitive reflexes so that they are then ready to learn and grow.
Yay. Thanks for sharing. All right. Mr. Lou Vickery, you're up.
Well, thank you. How are you, Vanessa?
I'm fabulous. I'm in California, loving the beautiful weather. It's all good.
Well, that's outstanding.
Connecting to the internet.
Well, I am sorry for the interruption, but
That's
Alexa,
okay.
Alexa, I just came alive. I apologize for that.
It happens
She's
sometimes.
been dead for 2 days, and all of a sudden now she pops up. Tomorrow we are kicking off our first tennis and pickleball show. It will be on Zoom. It will be an hour, and we're really excited about that. This has been in the making, and title of the show is What's Your Racket?
I love
And
that.
so
Oh my
we're really
God.
excited about it. If anyone has an interest, maybe I can put my
Yes.
information in the chat. You let me know, and then the reason I hesitated because I don't have the actual link with me right now. I should have had, but I have been so busy this morning, and I got a busy week. I do a podcast. This we are calling a show. It's not a podcast. We're doing it live, and we're excited about that. We already have 52 people signed up for it, so really looking forward to a great time
Wow.
tomorrow at noon Central Time. And
That's fantastic. Yeah, put the information in the chat. We're going to be going through here. You have time to find the information and share it with us before the end of the call. So that would be wonderful, Lou.
But one other thing, Vanessa, I have we had to take our book, the Winning the Head Game, Key to Sales Success, Winning the Head Game, off the market for some technical errors, and
Oh,
terrible.
no.
That's really unfortunate, but we are ready to relaunch, and we'll be doing that within the week. Okay.
Well, then the second launch is destined to be even more successful.
Well, thank you, dear. You're very kind. I'm putting you in charge of PR. Okay.
Absolutely. You know what? Here's the good thing, Lou. People have now heard the name once. Now, when you say it again, they're going to be like, "Oh, I heard that somewhere."
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, look at the bright side. It's going to be great.
Appreciate it. Thank you. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. Great to have you too. Well, welcome, Rob. I see you just joined. Happy to have you. All right. Next on my screen is Serena. What is your number one goal this week? And let's all just give Serena a big round of applause. Congratulations. She just got engaged.
Thank you. Thank you. My goal is to become focused. We're working on a one sheet for schools, and we really made that concise to have better ability to sell and have all of our information in one place. And so we want to focus on that. And then also reconnecting with a few people, and Joanna being one of them that I need to connect with. And so I'm just ready to get back into the groove.
Woohoo. Yeah. Get this, we're mid-year now.
Yeah.
So now it's time to really pick up the pace. I know summers can kind of be challenging, but it's time to gear up so that in August, when everyone gets back to it, we are way ahead of the game. So awesome, Serena. Thank you. Hello, Wes. I know you also went to the seminar this weekend. Maybe you want to share a win with us. If not, then just your goal of the week or both.
Yeah, I definitely had a big win with the conference, just in, figuring out how to fully commit to things and kind of evaluating that. So that was really cool.
Nice.
What I'm working on this week is I'm just trying to find some people to go to a webinar on Wednesday. My company is going to be kind of going over some financial strategies and some of the stuff that we offer. So just going to be, inviting over the next couple of days for that. And if anybody is interested in checking that out, I'll definitely put my email in the chat, and feel free to hit me up about that. It's at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Fantastic, Wes. Yes, if you want to learn a little bit more about those financial strategies that Wes has to share, please do reach out to him and get on his webinar. Fantastic, Wes. Thanks for sharing. Blaine, how are you today?
Hi, I'm good. Thanks. Happy to be here.
Yeah.
My goal for the week, still all things podcast. The trailer launched for my new podcast with my business partner and podcast host last week, and the first full episode goes out on Monday, and then we publish every Monday after that. So the first 7 are done, and so it's really wrapping everything up around that, finalizing the launch, the whole launch thing, launching on social media and our newsletter and all that sort of thing. And then I'm not using the same podcast production team for going forward after the trailer and the first 7. So I've been interviewing and narrowed that down to 2. So I'll make the final decision with my partner today, who we're going to hire, and then set up all the processes going forward. So
Wow,
that's
congratulations on that. What a
big lift. Yeah, thanks.
just like Lou, the two of you and your shows, it's I know how much work goes into it, and that doing it weekly is a huge commitment. So I applaud you for that. I'm going to be totally honest and vulnerable here. The only reason I haven't done a show yet is because of that commitment. Knowing that you have to be there, you have to show up, and I hear you pre-record, which is great.
Batching. Yes, we do 7 at a time. In like 2 days, we knock out 7. And then in 2 days, we like knock out 7.
Good for you. Fantastic. Well, congratulations. And we're
Thank
looking
you.
forward to all seeing that. So fantastic. Also put the information on that in the chat. So anyone who wants to log on and listen or watch, go check out Blaine's new show, new podcast, and also you, Lou. All right, Jason, long time no see. Jason and I spoke this morning earlier, and what is it now? 2 a.m. there by you?
Yes, exactly. So
Time.
I am committed, right?
Are committed. That's a level of commitment that's way beyond. We love you for it. So what's your goal this week, Jason?
Well, I think the best goal for me is definitely to have like conversations with different people, try to network, try to connect with them, help them in any way possible that within the knowledge and experience that I have.
Yes, yes, yes. Connect. And A5, right? A5. All right, fantastic. Rob, how are you today?
I'm doing well.
Good
Thanks.
to see you. And what do you have to share with us today? What is your number one thing you need to get done this week?
Number one thing this week is I need to get a presentation done for that Daniel Gomez Sales Accelerator Conference.
Oh, cool.
Since I'll be speaking there, I need to make sure I have my presentation looking good and ready to go, because that's only a few weeks away.
I'm sure you're going to be amazing. If you need any help or feedback, you can reach out to me anytime.
Oh, you're the best.
Oh, of course. That's a big one. So when is it? This coming weekend?
No, I want to get it done this week, but it's not until the 19th of July.
Oh,
So
good for you. So you have time to practice,
Yeah.
rehearse all the good things.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. Good luck on that. Chrisleen, good morning. So happy to have you here this morning.
Good morning.
So Chrisleen's also new with us. Who here does not know Chrisleen yet? All right, Chrisleen, will you share with everybody what you do? And then you can tell us about your number one goal of the week.
Okay, I'm a transformational photographer. I coach women in empowerment and sensuality, and just help them raise their self-confidence. And I do that with coaching and with photography. My number one goal for this week is I need to finish filling the vendor slots. I have an event next month and I have 5 slots left. I want to get those filled this week so I could stop worrying about
What kind
that.
of vendors are you looking for, Chrisleen?
So part of my photography is I am a pinup photographer also, and it is a pinup event where we bring in vendors who are that pinup themed type things, like vintage clothes. And my vintage clothes lady, that fell through, so I'm getting a little stressed out looking for something like that. And I'm in Colorado Springs, so if anybody
And what's
is
the
interested,
cost for vendors at your event?
it's $50 for a booth.
Okay. Noelle, I wonder if it's worth a conversation with Chrisleen about Achieve Tech. I mean, you can serve any population with that. Chrisleen, I'm thinking of that just because, all the people there are, might have businesses or might need some way to reach out. And Noelle might be a good fit for that. She might not, but if you guys want to talk about that, and if any of you know anybody, please let's help Chrisleen with this. Thanks, honey. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
All right. With that said, Noelle, you might as well go next. Hello, sweetheart. How are you?
Hi, good morning. I am just hoping the rest of the week goes better than the last 4 hours.
What's
There we
going
go.
on?
Just dealing with frustrated customers and life things going on and trying to get back in and do lots of things, lots of productive and too many squirrels.
Too many
So.
squirrels. Oh, I hear you. All right. So your
Good.
your number one goal is to get focused, refocused, and back on track.
So yeah, I gotta get that stuff off my plate so I can do what I really need to get done this week. And I got my website project that needs to be done by the 1st.
Okay. So lots on your plate. All right. Well, good luck with that, sweetheart. And if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. JW, you are up next. You're still muted. He's frozen. Hold on. Who did we lose? Someone left us? Oh, there he is.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Sorry, there was a couple. I got a new phone, and there's a couple of buttons that aren't quite right with it.
You're all good.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Just so everybody knows, we do neurological and genetic research on the basis of learning, motivation, behavior change, and sales. And we're releasing the first program, which I'd hope to have I could send to you guys. That's one reason I'm here, about how we basically get people engaged quicker. There are some people that are linear that want the emails in order, and some people that want to self-direct their learning. And I had hoped I'd have it done by now, but the next time we talk, we'll be able to show it to you. So we take care of the brain plan that needs the linearity and the brain plan that needs the complexity. And just so everybody knows, the average online program, so that everybody knows, the dropout rate is 90%. You can go online, look this up, after 2 weeks. So
Wow.
Because the brain goes into habituation. When we're doing most of our webinars, we're not firing enough neurons. We're got linear kind of stuff. So we figured out how to activate it. So when you're doing a webinar, you do what's called the Hebbian synapsal learning rule, which basically means that when the more neurons that fire, the more learning and transformation that happens. So, and we'll have more of this together to show you guys, because this is a perfect place. And thanks so much for Vanessa. And I'm sorry we don't have it quite yet done yet, but when we will, I'll show it to you, Vanessa, first, and then we can figure out how we show the team.
That's okay, JW. It's fascinating. I love hearing about that. Joanna, you and JW might have fun chatting. I think you two need to connect. That'll be awesome. Well, fantastic. Looks like everyone has shared. Did you have anything else, JW, before I cut you off?
No, that's good. That's good.
Okay, awesome. I'm always happy to see you here, and I'd love to reconnect with you too. So we'll make that happen.
Okay, sounds good.
So with that said, we have about 10 minutes left here. I'm probably not going to take all of that time, but I wanted to touch today on the whole idea of goal setting, because, you know, ultimately, that is what we talk about when we come here on Monday mornings. It's really about accountability. But at the same time, I feel like just voicing that goal already brings that accountability to you, because you've actually said it out loud to other people. So it helps you go, okay, now I better get that thing done. But I want to also talk about the notion that, how do we know that we are setting the right goals for ourselves? I did a little research, and it's kind of startling when you look at studies on how many people actually, number one, does not even set goals ever. It says that about 80% of people don't make any active effort to set goals. And even more shocking is that 20% of the population that does set goals fail at a whopping rate of 70%. So, I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot of people actually end up feeling successful by reaching their goals, because that's what reaching goals does for us, right? Aside from getting us where we want to go and giving us what we want, that is why we set goals. If we're failing at those goals, then we don't feel inspired to create more goals. So that is the catch-22 here. So how do you know you are setting goals for yourself that you can actually attain? Hi, Mary Beth. Welcome. Good to see you. Seeing as you just logged on, I'm wondering if you want to just introduce yourself to everybody quick. You are muted, hun. Hold on, let me help you unmute. There you go.
Hi. And I'm also sick and I've lost my voice partway. I'm Mary Beth Taylor. I live in Denver, Colorado. I'm new to Achieve within the last couple of weeks since the
Conference.
convention in Colorado. And I am sick and I'm more in my on my couch mode today
You're
to heal.
okay.
So nice to be with you.
Glad you're here. So happy you made it. That's fantastic. So Mary Beth, I was just talking about everyone. I'm talking about goal setting and how important it is to set goals that are right for us. So, how do you know a goal is right for you and that you can actually achieve it? Now, every Monday we come on here and we talk about what's our number one goal of the week. These are short-term goals, right? We talk about what is your short-term goals. Today, I want you to look at long-term goals a little bit more because I think the way you structure your long-term goals really help you achieve your short-term goals, right? So you might be asking, so when is setting goals not linked to success? Well, usually setting goals are linked to success unless we don't reach our goals, because then we don't feel accomplished and we feel like failures. So the secret here is setting the right goals for you is the key to accomplishing what you want. So number one, so here's how to really think about a goal and how to make sure you're setting a goal that's right for you. So number one, I'm going to actually talk about an overarching goal or what we call a crystallizing goal today. So you want to make it personal. So I want you to consider what's important to you. It might sound like an easy question, but when you really, really put some thought to it, have you ever just sat down and thought, okay, what matters most to me? For instance, is it money or freedom or security, or is it fun, or is it prestige? What is it that fires you up every day to get out of bed and get moving, right? What is it that's important to you? Now, I want you to ask yourself a few questions as to why that thing matters to you. Why does the money matter to you? Or why does the freedom matter to you? Why does it matter to you to have security? For example, does money matter most because it seems to matter most to others? I know that when I started stepping into this entrepreneurial space and, you work with business coaches and they're like, how much do you want to earn, right? What's your number? And I remember just throwing out the number at that time. This is, of course, years ago, of $10,000 because that seemed like the industry standard back then. I didn't consider, oh, well, what is it that I want? It was like, oh, everyone says 10,000 a month is what you should be looking for. So that's what I'm, So why? So ask yourself, why does this thing matter most to you? Does money matter most because you don't have enough, or does it matter most because of your belief system equates success with the amount of money you have in the bank, right? So what is that thing and why does it matter to you? Crafting a goal that has significance to you, that is what will likely help you to succeed or achieve your goal. So that's number one, right? Really ask yourself those questions. Number two, you want to keep your goals simple. When we get too complex with our goals, it just becomes overwhelming. And what happens when we are overwhelmed? We just freeze, right? We don't do anything when we're overwhelmed. So what I want you, your homework this week for me is I want you to, in one sentence, write your overarching, what is your big picture goal? And I'll go into that a little bit more here in a second with what that means. But I want you to say goodbye to the list of ever-growing targets you create over a lifetime, health, weight, money, relationships, all the things. And I want you to find that one goal that has the potential not only to simplify the entire concept of goal setting, but also increase your success rate. imagine creating one overarching life goal or business goal. Maybe you want to do two, maybe you want to do a life goal or a business goal, but usually that business goal will fall underneath the life goal, right? Because we all have businesses to create a better life. So I want you to find that life goal that really represents how you want to feel or what it is you want to accomplish with this goal. So does that make sense, you guys? So keep it simple. And then the third thing I want to talk about is alignment. So when you create this crystallizing or overarching goal, it will take a little bit of time up front because you got to really think about it and structure it. But what that will do is it will help guide all your other decisions. And once I did this, it became a lot easier to make decisions because when you look at a thing that's in front of you and go, oh, but is that taking me towards that big goal or away from, right? Is this going to aid me towards my big life goal or is it going to steer me in the other direction? And that makes that decision way easier. So if you have invested the time and thought into creating an overarching life goal, then when you're faced with a quandary, it's easy to say no to things that doesn't align with your life goal. So you want to look at that alignment process. So here's just a little example. If this maybe didn't make any sense to you, I'm going to give you a little example so you can get an idea. So let's say the life goal is, I want to experience freedom in such a way that I'm the only one who can define how I spend my time every day. So that would be my life goal, right? So let's talk about the number one quandary that comes with that goal. So let's say I have to decide, do I continue to work for someone else or do I take the risk to work for myself where I have total control of my days? Which one of those would align with me wanting to experience freedom and make my own schedule every day? Working for myself. So that's how that overarching life goal helps me make decisions on the shorter term goals, right? So that's basically just to give you an idea of how that works. And when you do this, when you manage to create that one overarching life goal, then you will see all these other smaller goals that you set weekly or monthly. It becomes easier to set goals that you can actually achieve because they align with your overarching life goal. That makes sense? Yeah, any questions about that or any observations or any additions? Anyone want to add to that? All right, well, I hope that was helpful. And it's so good to have you all here this morning. Thank you for joining me. We are right on time to say goodbye here. So I appreciate you all, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place. Have a very successful week, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.